Hey, this is Guido. Got a Watt Corner coming at you tactics talk. Man, I just had to make this video for a number of reasons. First one is I usually make videos of good games where good things happen and try to show how to play the game. But I often run into games where I sometimes just shake my head and wonder what on earth has just happened. And I think if you look at this Himmelsdorf deployment, we're about 32 seconds into this fight, you will notice something very strange is going on. Now, the bummer is I did not notice this. Himmelsdorf is one of the metas that is really well entrenched, and it's very unusual for teams to go against it. This sort of looks like some kind of clan wars or tournament strat, as opposed to a pubby strat where people kind of go everywhere. But if you look at it, we have a scout going up the hill, and every single other person has gone down the 2-3 line except for the two IS-3s. And I'm the only guy looking down here on Tank Alley, which initially I thought was fine because I sort of realized everyone else was peanut butter spread across the map. It'll be quite a long time before I actually realize this, so bad on me. Very poor essay. But let's talk about this thing as it goes. I'm going to come in here. And if you look at our tanks, some Cromwells raging down the A1 area. I'm going to work on his top turret. Kind of lucky that was just an AP. And my second round selected was APCR because I knew I was going to be facing some heavy tanks. Now let's pause it just again and look at the advantage that my team's got. We have 3 IS-3s, an IS-6, me and a T-34 against their 2 IS-3s, a T-34, an STA, a Carnarvon. Both have a Super Persian. And we have a huge advantage in armor and tanks. So, okay. All of our armor and tanks are going to rage down the 1-2-3 line. Let's see how that works for us. Full disclosure, I still have not noticed. And frankly, won't notice until I die. I'm kind of busy. Surprised a little bit by this super. He just comes right up onto me. And I know I'm in trouble now because that's when I realized I didn't actually have anybody with me. Usually there's a tank or two behind me. So again, bad on me. Kind of crap on my part. I'll end up eating a shot. And I'm in big trouble. I got every tank known to man coming in here. Super gets me. I'm just waiting for some side armor to shoot. Well, look what's going on over there on the west side of the fight. Okay, lemming train, everyone's over there. That's all of our power. I still haven't noticed it. I'll let you know when I notice it, but I just want to let you know that that's what's going on. Bunch of guys up on the hill. I wanted to get back into that hole, but I couldn't make it. And I'm pretty much done here. I'm just trying to get a shot on this. I have 3. One more shot of damage and I'm dead. And that's where I started to look around and notice what was going on. The lemming train has pushed up towards their cap. I've been overrun. I should have known that that was happening, but I didn't see it. But there you have it. I have done 1960 damage. And we're actually a little bit ahead, tanks-wise. What do you think the Reds are doing now? They're reacting. Look at this guy, heading back. Well, let's take a look now at what's going on. We're pushing towards cap, and I'm sort of thinking, all right, this is weird. Not really the way I would like to run Himmelsdorf as a strat, but we have so many tanks pushing onto the cap. Surely they're going to jump on there with 3 tanks and cap this thing out and at least salvage a win out of this ridiculousness. 3 tanks on, very good. All right, so they're dealing with a Carnarvon. We got some guys coming back from the hill. Their hill guys are coming back. But if you look at it, if we had 3 tanks right about here who couldn't be hit, oh geez, we're down to 2. Why did they all drive off the cap? All right. Now we have an IS-6, a Tiger, a Super. They're all driving back this way. They all pushed up here in a lemming train and then went, oh geez, this side was open, let's all run back. And now we're just going to get waxed. This ends up being kind of a close game. I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. I'll talk as it goes along here. Something people need to realize about this game. It is not a cap game. Capping is not how you win this game. You win by killing the other tanks. Especially on a small map like Himmelsdorf where you can get back. Capping is reserved for emergency situations where you need to jump on there and get 3 tanks and just eke out a win. Which, oh, by the way, was what we had about 2 minutes ago, where one of the tanks went off and there were no longer 3 on the cap. We may have had a chance at that point. But that's an emergency situation. Look at that. The Reds all went back. Every single one of them went back and cleaned up our morons who tried to get on the cap. And now it's just a series of bad play. People getting out in the open, getting hit. We had a huge advantage. We had much better tanks. We lemminged into the cap. Okay, fine. We had a chance to go ahead and put 3 on, but they failed to even do that. And now we're going to lose. So I just had to throw this one out there, especially for you who are trying to learn. This is not a cap game. Capping is not how you win. You win by killing all the other tanks. Capping is a secondary, maybe tertiary way to win this game. But with that many tanks left on this small of a map, if you all pile on cap, you're going to get wrecked. Because they're all going to come back a competent team, which is what this one was, unlike mine. Obviously for me, I needed to pay a little more attention to what was going on. I may have lived a little longer. I'm not going to make you look at the rest of the display as to what happened, but essentially I am the second in damage and I have been dead for most of the game. Incredible. Alright, y'all, do not do this. This is not how you play Himmelsdorf. Take it easy.